Hello everyone. Let us familiarize ourselves today with the journey of iron from our food to our gut and then blood. So iron is one of the microminerals. What does that mean? That our body requires it in very small amount. But apart from being a trace mineral, its RDI is actually in milligram. That makes it unique from other trace minerals such as zinc or chromium. Let us first familiarize ourselves with the functions of iron. Uh, it is a cofactor in various metabolic pathways. That means it supports the enzymes that are catalyzing various actions in our body. Some of them are when we are making hemoglobin or myoglobin, which is a connective tissue component in our body. It is also required for neurological development, that is, synthesis of various neurotransmitters and myelin. It does so because it supports some enzyme such as tyrosine hydroxylase when our bodies try to make dopamine, and tryptophan hydroxylase when our body is trying to make serotonin. Iron is also imperative for various DNA repair pathways. That is, when our DNA is exposed to insults from environmental toxins, these repair pathways continue to do their amazing work and they need iron to do so. Then iron also help in the collagen synthesis, essential for immune cells because it supports proliferation and maturation of lymphocytes. Not only this, it supports our antioxidant enzymes that our body makes on its own, such as myeloperoxidases and catalases that are crucial for killing harmful bacteria and virus. As part of cytochrome enzyme, iron helps in the energy pathway. That is, when we are converting the food that we eat, maybe carbohydrate or fat, into generation of ATP, iron is there supporting cytochrome enzymes. It also helps in liver detox pathway 1 and making of various hormones in our body, such as thyroid hormone. So there are various sources of iron and recommended dietary intake as per Australian guidelines for females is to consume about 18 milligram per day of iron from various sources, and for males it is 8 milligram per day. Important thing for us to understand is that iron is present either as a heme form or a non-heme form. So heme is found mainly in the animal food sources, basically organ meat such as liver or kidneys or eggs. Iron in these food is present as ferrous form and it is attached to a protein, so we call it as a heme. And our body, that is mainly the gut cells, they love this form because through evolution they have adapted themselves to absorb this form, as we'll investigate in the next slide. Now, people who prefer vegetarian sources, uh, that iron is non-heme. It is in the form of ferric, iron 3 plus. So if I'm consuming mint chutney, coriander, baby spinach, dark color lentils, chickpeas, quinoa, dry fruits such as apricot and sultanas, uh, they all contain iron as non-heme. Now, the absorption of both these iron in our gut cells or the epithelial cell is quite different. So, this is our epithelial cell. There is a brush border through which various nutrients are absorbed, and then there is a basolateral layer via which the nutrients they move out into the blood. So, at physiological pH, iron exists in oxidized ferric state. To be absorbed, iron must be converted into ferrous state, or it should be bound by a protein such as heme, because for heme we have got a specialized transporter at brush border which is called as heme transporter. So if I have consumed eggs in the breakfast today, heme from there will simply go inside using this transporter. However, task is little difficult for a vegetarian gut because body needs some acidic medium. So it could be stomach hydrochloric acid, or if I'm consuming orange juice or lime juice along with my spinach salad, then there are enzymes known as reductase. They convert this ferric form to ferrous. And now this ferrous form, with the help of divalent mineral transporter, that is DMT, gets absorbed via brush border. So if I'm a vegetarian person is not able to consume enough vitamin C, or they're consuming a lot of antacid which reduces acid production in the gut, their iron absorption may be hindered. Further, this DMT transporter is shared with other divalent minerals such as zinc and manganese. So, if people are consuming high supplemental dosage of other divalent ions, there would be a competitive inhibition and iron absorption may go down. Now, iron has entered the intestinal cell. What happens here? The cell can use it for its own function. Epithelial cell may store it as ferritin, or it may transport it across the basolateral layer with the help of a special transporter again, which is called as ferroportin. So it's kind of a transporter channel. The ferroportin is under the control of hepcidin, which is produced by our liver. And hepcidin is also under the control of vitamin D. That's the latest data coming up, which tells us people who are deficient in vitamin D are also observed to be deficient in iron. Now, what is the role of hepcidin? It is the major regulator of efflux of iron from the intestinal cell to our blood by controlling or managing ferroportin synthesis. If levels of iron are high in the circulation, hepcidin degrades this ferroportin, whereby iron is not able to come out of the intestinal cell and it remains stored as ferritin inside the cell. However, if iron levels are low, liver produces more hepcidin, which allows ferroportin to continue to do its work. Now remember, the form that is coming out of the intestine is ferrous, but body makes use of only ferric. So here two copper dependent enzymes, hephaestin and ceruloplasmin, convert ferrous to ferric so that it can get chelated to transferrin. Now this is the major transporter of iron in our body. Again, it is shared with some other divalent minerals also, and it makes iron more soluble so that it can move around in the body. It also prevents iron from its free radical action because excess of iron, if it is free in the body, can cause oxidative stress. So that's how iron reaches liver, where it is stored as ferritin to be used later. And when body needs to retrieve it from its sources, that is from ferritin, body needs vitamin A and copper to do so. Therefore, various factors such as gastric pH, vitamin A, and copper are required for helping iron to get absorbed. Whereby, if I choose to have my carrot cake with a coffee, okay, it is rich in iron because it has got eggs, it is rich in vitamin A because it has got carrot and butter, but because coffee and tannins in the tea, they bind to iron, they chelate it, they are actually making iron absorption limited. Same is the case with if I'm enjoying my salad with little bit of wine or alcohol. It is rich in polyphenol that also binds to iron and limits its absorption. That's why they are considered as antagonist of iron. So if there is deficiency of iron, people feel low on energy, they have breathlessness, they may even complain of chest pain, craving for ice or clay, and their nails may be spoon shaped. This all may translate into various clinical consequences such as compromised immune function, decreased work productivity, and adverse pregnancy outcomes. This is a picture of microcytic hypochromic RBC that are deprived of iron. Now, why could there be a deficiency of iron? Some of the major reasons are when there are excess blood loss in the body, such as heavy menstruation, if a woman has a lot of fibroids, which could be due to excess estrogen, or there could be a period of excessive demand which is not met by dietary intake, such as during pregnancy or during childhood. Various gut-related issues such as IBD, IBS, they may also impact iron status of our body. Then nutritional deficiency, as we just discussed, that the absorption of vegetarian diet is for iron is not very good. Then elderly may have reduced hydrochloric acid that can impact iron absorption as well. Can we test for iron deficiency? Yes. So iron studies are done in which we can check for hemoglobin, serum iron, transferrin, and transferrin saturation. So why transferrin saturation? Because it shows the binding capacity of iron in the blood. So typically in iron deficiency, serum iron is low. However, transferrin or binding capacity is high. That means there is too much free transferrin moving about and iron is not there to be bound to that. And iron stores are also low. So that's all for today, friends. Hope you like this video. Do give me your comments below. Thank you and do enjoy your day today and keep smiling. Bye.